Okay, Gemini, the energy this time for this full moon says that you're receiving a lot of messages, signs, and symbols from the universe. So your questions are getting answered, but you're also getting signposts about which way to go. If this is something that you struggle with, there's a good book on this. It's called E Squared by Pamela Grout. I'll link it in the description. But basically, this just takes a little bit of practice of pulling yourself away from, the media or, the scrolling to look at what's happening actually in your world. And then you'll see these different signposts, these different signs and symbols, and that will guide you. Now, when it comes to love relationships, specifically new love, there's no aspect going on between Mercury and Venus, but the planets are very elevated in your chart, especially Mercury, which rules your sign. So the energies here, like if you go to the center of the room, you're attracting people, but your mindset's not really on love, or perhaps it's on love towards a specific person or just about the past. So if you can clear your mind and be open, you could meet a love that would change your life. But right now, your tendency is to just be so focused on your coffee or your phone or finding, what you need in the grocery store, that you're not noticing that love is chasing after you. Now, when it comes to existing love relationships, there's no aspect going on between Mercury and Jupiter, but Jupiter is in Gemini, your own sign, and that's ruled by the Mercury, so you have a hidden connection. So the two of you can work out things, but you probably need to work them out away from the limelight, away from the family, or, if you're discussing this a lot with your friends, maybe take some of those things and actually sit down with your partner and have that discussion, because you can work things out if you are behind closed doors this time. This 2 weeks says, do it yourselves versus pulling in a lot of others. Now, when it comes to your money, you pull money from the moon, which is making that square to Uranus, which says, look for something different, do something different. So it is so true that we are such creatures of habit. And even though you are the most versatile and the person who could multitask, the person who can do, adventurous things, it's probable that you are a little bit stuck in a routine. And so this is a time to change that routine, whether you change your hours, whether you change how you communicate, or whether you just do something different. It's going to bring results. Now, when it comes to money from business or from investments, the moon's making an inconjunct with Saturn. So this means that some of the changes that you're doing are rippling back, and then others are asking for changes as well. So this is a big change fest going on. And that means that as you make adjustments, you will make more money. So it's also possible that things like needing to change brokers or needing to change vendors or change something in your website, that the change is what is noticeable, and that's what brings you more money. Now, when it comes to money from your career, so that would be your paycheck, the energy is a semisextile between Moon and Mars. And a semisextile is a little bit of an irritation, but there is the opportunity to come together and work something out. But one of you is not really wanting to have the conversation. And if it's you, then you can work it out. But if it's your supervisor, you want to go in gently so that you can get them to warm up to the idea of having the discussion. Of course, this energy is going to line up better in the future, so if you can wait, you might want to.